Hello, I am Katie. I volunteered for 3 hours in after-school program at Maplewood Elementary. How I selected the opportunity. The greatest need I saw. The students were there on a half day, which means they are there longer. So students have more anxiety and excess energy. The availability of service for aftercare hours were when I could serve and what was needed the most. The availability of the service aftercare hours were when I could serve. The maximum potential for impact was safe play during soccer, engaging activity, the variety of crafts and games that we did, culture education, which was the Cuba project, which also fit my interests, the ability to mentor and direct students' energy. One of Greenleaf's idea from chapter 5 reading, the difference manifests itself in the care taken by the servants first, to make sure that other people's highest priority needs are being served. I pulled from various leadership styles as needed, shifting throughout the day. Flexible leaders will likely use several styles throughout the day. The real impact. The difference manifests itself in the care taken by the servant first to make sure that other people's highest priority needs are being served. The best test. To do those served grow as persons. I ensured others' highest priority needs were being served with being safety during soccer, having structure during the craft activities, and being in active engagement while watching the kids during soccer and making sure that everybody's learning in the Cuba presentation. Setting, we were in the Marion Aftercare School program. Roles, we monitored the students, supervised soccer, facilitated the Cuba project, supervised limbo to make sure no one got hurt, and during free play. Safety and engagement. We maintained a safe, supportive environment, de-escalated conflicts, and kept the students engaged at all times. The difference manifests itself in the care taken by servants. That others' highest priority needs are being served. Do those served grow as persons? How I met these needs. The growth observed, increased self-regulation, teamwork, cultural awareness, benefits to the least served, helped all the students, including those needed extra supervision. How I connected to Greenleaf's emphasis. True servant leadership is evidenced by the growth of those served. The students were able to learn how to parallel play while they played soccer with each other in a safe manner. Servant leaders lead with love, are motivated by love, and serve their followers with love. Listening, attuned to kids' needs, cues, and concerns. Stewardship, organize craft materials, manage time, and reuse resources efficiently. Monitoring, guide safe play, model safe risk taking, and facilitated the Cuba Learning Project. Influence, calmly redirected high energy moments toward constructive activities. Community building, foster inclusive play and collaborative activities that bring diverse learners together. Love and leadership is an atmosphere where respect and trust are dignity of fostered. The congruence of servant leadership and virtue is inseparable as servant leaders lead with virtue. Love accordance to draft is a proponent form of leadership. Leadership motivated by fear will prevent people from doing their best. The four W's comparison to T.W. Lewis Christian philanthropy. When to use the authoritative leadership style is about setting clear guidelines, not micromanaging. It also about trusting your staff members to work toward the shared vision and anatomy and creativity. The four W's align with work worth doing, work God would have you do, work with whom you can share life, work that makes a lasting difference. How your service meet these needs, meaningful supervision, relationship building with the students, cultural learning, and lasting impact on the behavior and curiosity of the students. Values, beliefs, and takeaways. How servant leadership values and beliefs intersect empathy, responsibility, and community. The key takeaways. Early intervention matters. Structured play supports learning, cultural curiosity, and fosters inclusion. Future application. Repeatable activity, rotation, basic impact measures. The virtue theory is often considered the oldest tradition in Western philosophy, with origins in Aristotle's Nicomachean ethics. This is a visual gallery of the kids playing soccer, the Cuba flag craft, and the limbo game. When we were doing soccer, they were not going to be able to play the soccer if I was not there to supervise it. And those kids love to play soccer. So we have one student that is like messy. He is the most powerful player there is in the school. But sometimes I have to tell him that he is like Jack Jack in The Incredibles. Sometimes he's got to slow down and let the other kids play. So I always tell him, I'm like, you're like Jack Jack, Incredibles. You got to make sure you're letting your other classmates play too. In the Cuba Flag project, the students were very, very excited. They got to make a Cuba flag. Some of them colored it differently, which is okay. This student right here that I'm with, he was a little shy on taking his craft to the and he also needed help with drawing his lines. And then we went around the whole group and we helped take help the students do their crafts. So if a student needed help, we would help them do their crafts as we were working in the presentation of the craft. We went over different things that happened in Cuba. We went over favorite things that are with Cuba. We asked the students questions. Does anyone know if Cuba is an island or not? These are first graders. There's a few second graders, and there's a couple third graders mixed up in here. So our class is very diverse. Um, in our other picture, we did limbo supervising. So we had music on, and the kids, there is like 50 plus kids in this program, and the kids did limbo. So we have to be very vigilant with the kids to make sure that they do not hurt each other because they're so excited that it's a half day of school. They kind of get a little carried away. So MAP needs a lot of supervision, and they were down a person. So I helped them with this project. My next slide has the references that you will see here. There's a lot of different references that I included in the program. I hope that you guys will enjoy my slideshow. Thank you.